tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest. Turn the music up in the headphones. So you can go and brush your shoulder off, nigga. I got you.
Yo, thank you, and welcome, It's comedian George Mason, everybody. Yeah, we do it like that. I like that intro to play it in. It's all good. I hope you guys are having a good day and that everything is good on your side of the street. Yes, it's okay. It's raining now. It's raining outside. A hell of a thing. It's just coming down. But what are you going to do? This is what it is. It's winter time. Good weather, bad weather. You still got to make it through your day the best way you can. That you know how. We'll figure it out and we'll get through it at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. But yeah, I just I want to ask some questions. I want to put some questions out there. This is stuff that comes to my mind that I think outside of the box. I'm an outside of the box individual. I don't really do traditional stuff, or if you will, I go along with the status quo to some extent, but I'm a person who likes to think and ask questions. And that's what, like with religions I was talking about the other day. There's so many different religions, like Alexa informed Alexa, how many different religions throughout the world?
From Wikipedia.org. There are an estimated 10,000 distinct religions worldwide, though nearly all of them have regionally based, relatively small followings.
10,000, she says. It's amazing. And last time I think she said 4,200 or whatever. So it grew from Monday to now from 4,200 to 10,000. But that sounds about right. It could be even more. There's religions all throughout the world. I am fascinated by cultures and Westerns and religion as well, because religions, everybody has a point of view and their interpretation, if you will. So the arguments, the opinions, matter of opinions, man, can really, really get a little twisted and get deep sometimes. But that's just the way it is. That's how it is, and there's nothing that can be done about that as far as people have their, way of looking at things, and that's what it's all about. But yeah, like I said, I ask some crazy questions, or I don't even know if it's crazy questions, just questions, like I said, I'm fascinated by cultures and that, that Westerns, how they traveled like on the wagon train and, I travel on the bus, train, planes, and stuff like that, and they have bathrooms. When you take a bathroom break, like on the Westerns, like when I had to go, was there a way to signal the driver that you to stop? If you had to do your business, they were traveling through Indian country, so-called Indian country. When I watch these Westerns, they're going through this place, Cheyenne or whatever, but it was always something. It was just, and the horses. You ever see the horses do their business? Huh? We have the pooper scooper. I'm in New York City, and we have the pooper scooper law here where you have to pick up after your dog after he or she does their business. But, when you're out there in the West, they had the horses, and horses, man, when they take a shit, man, it's no joke. You see smoke come up from, what I'm saying? It's just, but they had to be around that. They had to, with babies, the elderly and stuff. I don't know how they did it, how they made it. And I said, Lord have mercy. Just that alone. Did they have toothbrushes? Alexa, when was toothbrushes invented?
The bristle toothbrush first appeared in China during the Tang Dynasty, 619 to 907.
Damn, okay. Alexa, did they have toothbrushes in the Wild West?
According to an Alexa Answers contributor, No. There are
Damn.
chew sticks. Early
Ooh.
toothbrushes existed for thousands of years.
Damn.
The modern toothbrush was patented November 17,
Lord have mercy.
1857 by H.N. Wadsworth of Washington,
Oh.
D.C.
Damn. Yo, so no toothbrushes. Soap. Alexa, when was soap invented?
The earliest records of soap production date back to 2800 BCE in ancient Babylon.
Ancient Babylon. Alexa, did they have soap in the Wild West?
From hometalk.com. However, in the days of the Wild West, the soap selection was far more limited.
Oof. Damn. It's far more limited. So they had it, but it was limited. That's rough. You ever see some of them westerns that coming off of the trail? You know, some of them cats. I watched The High Noon the other day, and let me tell you, man, you know, they dusty was they call it, and they call it a dusty trail for nothing, man. They, you know, they were out there for days and weeks upon time, and you know, it was rough, man. What happens with the horse got sick, a horse broke, like your car breaks down, whatever, you call AAA. Who did they, you know, how did they, you know, deal with that? You know, like I say, I think a lot. I look at stuff from a whole different perspective. When I'm watching a movie or something like that, you know, I'm looking at something like, yo, you know, I never see anybody, you know, go to they had outhouses. They didn't have, you know, traditional bathrooms or whatever. They had to build the outhouse. So like when they're traveling, you know, when they go do you know what I'm saying? It had to be funky. You know, basically, that's where I'm going with this. You know what, you know, it's leading to, because it's like, whoa, you know, it's a hell of a thing. And you know, I'm like I said, I'm asking questions. My topic tonight on the table, if you will, is aging, the aging question, because I'm getting older. I'm a senior citizen, huh? Uh, yeah. So when is old? That's the question I'm putting out there. When do we get old? How do we know we old? I don't know. I'm old. I'm old. You know, as far as age goes, I'm 67. I'll be 67. I'm coming up on the 17th of this March, March 17th. Born 1958, March 17th. Right? I'll be 67, and I don't know that I'm old. A lot of people, you know, uh, when you're 30, like in playing sports, you're considered an old as an athlete, right? I play football, and then you know you reach a certain age, like a running back is 26 years old. He or she is considered old as an athlete, you know. But as a human, right, in a humankind, when are you considered old? I put that out there the other day, and Karen Bowden, she said 50. ARP designates, you know, an old person that's 50. That's kind of young to be saying, oh, but I guess in some circles, yes. And I made a note that I am applying, I already put in for my 501c3, and I will be doing like age, you know, going to different countries and stuff about discussing the aging process. And some cultures respect the elderly, respect the seniors, much respect. But this country, they don't have too much regard, you know, for elderly people, like, you know, for older people or whatever. I'm older than, you know, you're trying to dress young. What does that mean? You know, you're dressing young, you know, wear a certain style. I've seen some older cats, man, that, you know, got this shit together. You know what I'm saying? And it's male and female, and you hear more of us as people that are in their hundreds now, more so than back in the day. Hey, what's up, partner? Eddie Prather, Eddie P on the check-in. You know, and I run a lot of stuff by Eddie. Eddie's a producer, contributor to the show. Good friend of mine. Old time. We go all the way back. Eddie's in Florida now. He's in Marianna, Florida. And he was in the Bronx, New York, Ogden Avenue. I spent many a day up in Ogden Avenue over there by Summit, Nelson Avenue, and the High Bridge section of the Bronx. And yeah, so that's what's up. Welcome, partner. It's my man. and it's all good. But yeah, partner, I'm talking about aging. You know that, and like some cultures, like the Chinese, the Asian cultures, they respect for the youth. Different around the world. It's different. Here, it's completely different. And 50 years old is not old. They say that. I went to the Dominican Republic, and like Bill Belichick now, he's 74 years old. He's got a girlfriend that's 24. Huh? Give it up for Bill. Yeah. So that's hey, is that inappropriate? She's legal. They say legal here is 18 years old, right? In some states, okay, you can vote. I think at 21 or whatever. But uh, in Utah, I got a problem with that a little bit. They have these little girls that are 12 and 13, 14 years old. They can have as many wives as they can afford, and I don't even want to go there yet. Because that's something completely different as somewhere else. I'll do a show about that in the near future, about how there's so many different contradictions throughout our society where it sends mixed messages. The transgender, the B, the alphabet community, ABB, LB. You know what I'm going, right? And yeah, so because another question that I have, I said, okay, age doesn't matter in certain countries. It doesn't. Dominican Republic. I went one time, and this one, she's trying to hit up on me and trying to get some money, right? She says, Papi, I said, I'm old man. She said, how old? I said, 104. I told her I was 104. And she says, okay, you have a money? Huh? She want to know if I have a money. That's all that it matters. That's all it came down to at the end of the day. Do I have a money? You have a money? I told her, I said, well, what you talking about? What's good? What's the damage? Damage? She didn't know what the hell where I was coming from. I said, how much? Cuánto ese? How much is this going to cost me? $100 an hour. I'm like, whoa, $100, baby. I ain't got it. She said, you have it. You have a money. You on vacay. You have it. You know, you have a money. Yeah. So they don't care age, and I had put on a lot of weight, and I looked like a walrus. I mean, I looked bad. I was really carrying a lot of weight. I'm not that tall. I'm a shorty. I'm shorty doo-wop. And, and I had an in-home a nurse practitioner came from Nigeria, and she weighed me. She said, "Look," she said, "Oh my God, you are obese. You are obese." And man, I took that to heart. That was really that. That was like, damn. The way she said it, with she was serious, man. You are obese. And I went to the Dominican Republic like that as well, and they didn't care about that either. I was in the pool. One dude, I didn't even know the guy. Yo, man, who's fucking walrus? Yo, man, you look like a fucking walrus. He just screamed that shit. I don't even know this dude. He's just walking by the pool, and he needed. I guess I really must have really looked bad. You know what I'm saying? So, and the girls, man, I was bagging shorties left and right, man. You have a money. Do you have a? That's the bottom line. Thank you, partner. My partner says not anymore. Now I lost the weight. Because when she said obese, that shit fucked me up, man. But you are obese. Yeah, so I went and I lost the weight, but Dominican Republic, they didn't care. Nobody, my boy, I was going there with my man, and I said, yo, man, I gotta lose some. He said, man, you ain't gotta lose no weight, man. You good, man. And he was right. I got down there, man, shit. I'm like, damn. I felt like, you know what I'm saying? It was like one of those situations, like not, you know, they make you feel a certain kind of way there. They make you feel like a man. In other words, man, they don't judge you on looks and none of that stuff. Not there. Age, none of that there. So you know what? The Asian question. Um, I looked at these. Like I said, I'm fascinated with cultures, and I'm in love with cultures. And Eskimos, right? It's cold as shit in Alaska. And these people, the Eskimos, used to live in igloos. Huh? Can you fathom that? Like an ice situation inside ice, like with the Westerners, the Westerns, like on the trail with the horses and the outhouses, the teeth situation, brushing the teeth, washing up, the conditions and stuff like that. When it rained, it snowed during the West, and they're on the trail. Yo, like I said, I don't know how they made it through. And then these Eskimos and ice all fucking day long. Gotta eat, sleep. They did everything in them little ice huts, which they called igloos. And it is disturbing. I said, again, I don't, thankfully I'm born when I was born in the era and my generation. I was listening to some music the other day, and I taped a lot of it, man. I got a lot of great stuff, not just good stuff, great stuff. The Temps, the Dells, the Spinners, even with I'll Take You There. Remember them, huh? The Pointer Sisters and Papa, playing the guitar. Yo. But let me tell you, man, we just had some really incredible, Marvin Gaye, Eddie Kendricks, the angelic voices, Kim Roper. Welcome. God bless you. Much love to you, King. Yes, to the show on the check-in. And so like I said, the music was key, for me growing up and my generation. And this generation, man, needs leadership, needs to be turned into, to something where they have some type of self pride. I think, um, to the, you know what I'm saying, to have an understanding of what it's all about. I mean, and Black History Month, they call it that. February just passed, but every day is black. If you're black, it's Black history. It's this is how we're living this, we're coming through it, right? And but this generation is sidetracked. There's nobody that's stepping up and to say, hey, this is the way it can be done, this is how it was done. Not to say that it's right or wrong or whatever, but to give them options, to give some choices, to put that on the table. Because, like I said, I'm just asking a lot of questions and pondering. And one of the questions was with this transgender thing, right? You have a lot of the lesbians and the gay guys, and you have to be careful of what you're saying now. You have to walk on eggshells and to be politically correct to some extent. And but I was thinking, like, what a lesbian, right? A lesbian, you if you're a man and a woman, like my boy Eddie said one time, he says, God made Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. And that's real, right? But I was thinking, what if a female, a lesbian, let's just use the example of a lesbian. You could do either one, lesbian, the two males or whatever. You can go that way with it as well. But, has a lesbian ever left her girl for a man? Would that hurt more than if she left her girlfriend for another girl? Or let's say a guy, he left his significant other, his guy, for a female. Did that happen in that community? Can somebody, elaborate or talk out or know any experiences along that line? I mean, would that sting a little more than, male and female? I don't know, my girl, left me, for Partner Eddie P says a lot don't have self-respect. That's for real. And that's what they're missing. That's what they're lacking. They're insecure. I mean, we all pretty much have some type of an insecurity. I know being in, show business and being uh, in the light to some extent, we have crazy insecurities. Being a comedian, that is a ton of insecurities. People, that see you have talent, you have skills, you should be working, should be out there, but the insecurity factor, the fact that they see something in you or whatever, holds them back from helping you, from giving you a hand, putting you out there to some extent. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, if this generation have self-respect, as Eddie President pointed out, it would be better. It'd be a better look. And that music, like I said, that music I was listening to, old Temptations and David Ruffin, man, and just all of the original five: Paul Williams, Dave, Eddie. Uh, then Dennis Edwards came along after and all that, Melvin. But they were just so powerful, and especially David and Eddie and Paul and just Otis. Otis was the original member of that. And if you watch that special about them, it gives you so much insight. And then even looking at the five heartbeats, it gives you the Delphonics was saying, well, that basically was off their story. But any of those groups around that time with that great Motown era, that could have been, it was just such a, because the egos, you got 4 or 5 guys, man, and they're all can sing, harmonize, and the falsettos and stuff like that, and then going out on the road and the competition, for the girls, you know what I'm saying? It came down to that. What shorty was, who you was going after, what girl was in love with this one or that one, that kind of thing. So it's a hell of a thing. But yeah, I don't want to get too far off where I was at. We're talking about the aging and stuff and the cultures, and I was making a point about the Eskimos, because that, you think that you got it hard, or that it's rough, like, conditions that you living in or whatever. You might not have enough to eat, or where you're sleeping might not be as comfortable as you would like it to be or whatever. But and I always think of like situations like, at least I'm not on the trail, huh? I'm not on the wagon train, huh? I'm sleeping in a comfortable ass bed, not in a mansion or anything. And that mansion stuff and all other is it uh too much credit given to that situation, to be that rich, like the Warren Buffets, the Elon Musk, those cats, the Perlmans and these super rich individuals. God bless them. If you can handle it and you can do your thing within the context and the framework of what you got and what you're dealing with, provide for your family, your friends and family, and keep it together along those lines, then yes, I understand that. Share, have a big house and bring all your family in, and hopefully you don't have too many haters, too many jealous people that are in your circle that are hating secretly on you. Everybody's eating and living and having a good lifestyle, and then just getting through their day the best way that they can. You feel me? If it's like that, if you can get that type of a situation, but I see a lot of these cats, man, they got these big ass fucking homes, and they're lonely. They're in that situation, and then even you can be in a crowd and a group of people and still have that loneliness with inside of you. So as my partner said, have self-respect, know thyself, as read some stuff that there's a lot of, everywhere you look, there's books everywhere. The libraries, just books, or there's writers and everything. I write memoirs. I got a memoirs I've been working on forever. And you know what? I use it as a reference to my life when I look at it. I look and I say, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, that's not bad. I draw back on that, but again, These kids are getting twisted. They don't know what's which way, like that movie with Richard Pryor, which way is up. You know, my man said, and he said it's comfortable to Eskimos, or they would move. Partner, where they moving to? The block of ice over there, where they going? To Eskimos, or they would move. He thinks out of the box too, huh? Yeah. I don't know whether to give him a laugh track or applause track, but yeah, I guess you know that's funny. But yeah, so you know what? It's a hell of a thing. But yeah, where would a girl answer that question? A girl leaves her girl for a guy. Can a lesbian get tired of, you know what I'm saying? Or is it just the dude caught her eye, or the guy that's with another guy is gay or whatever? I don't know the correct terminology. Gay, I was on a show and I said gay, the dude flipped gay, and it's like whoa. But listen, that's how it is. That's the terminology. That's that politically correct stuff. There's only so far that it can go, really. You know what I'm saying? Where it really comes down to the meat and potatoes of real. Just keep it real. Keep it gully. Guy, he sees he's with another guy. He sees a girl, and then he's just opens up. He reveals to her how he's feeling, or that female reveals to a dude how she's feeling. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. It's it's a hell of a situation. Yeah. So I'm from Brooklyn originally, born in Brooklyn, and in the Bedford Stuyvesant section of BK, and how we got up out of Brooklyn. My grandmother uh, hit the number, and yeah, we moved from Brooklyn to South Side Queens to Supton Boulevard over there by right off 116th Avenue, right by Lane Funeral Home down there. Anybody that's from that, they know what I'm talking about. There's Dan Supreme Supermarket over there, Schleimer High School, in that section over there. Down the block was New York Boulevard. Now it's Guy Arbor. So we used to walk over there to go down to the park and the whole nine. So, but yeah, we got out of Brooklyn, and it was interesting. New York City is made up of 5 boroughs. Bronx, where Eddie's from. He lived there for a lot of years. Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, and Staten Island. Staten Island is interesting. They call it the forgotten borough, because it's like it's so desolate. You have to tell. I took the ferry, the New York ferry, Staten Island ferry. You get on a fucking boat to go to this borough. It's Alexa. Why is Staten Island called the forgotten borough?
Staten Island is often referred to as the forgotten borough by its residents, who feel ignored and neglected by the city government and the media. This moniker has been used to describe the island's perceived lack of attention and priority in terms of resources and investment. While Staten Island has its own unique culture and characteristics, the feeling of being forgotten is a common theme among its inhabitants.
Alexa, thank you.
You're very, very, oh so very welcome.
That was nice. Wow. But yeah, so the forgotten borough. And I've been to Staten. I have friends that live in Staten Island, and it's just a weird place. It really is. They got their own way of looking at things, their own. Eddie said he thinks it's part of Jersey. It's right off of. You can go through, if you're going to to get to Staten Island, come through Brooklyn, then go up. What is that? Not the tap and see at that bridge. It's cost looks like $16, man, to go across. You're paying that going across, man, to get into Staten Island. But yeah, you can go to Jersey there. You come to Brooklyn, Jersey, and Staten. It's just weird. It's a weird place. A lot of water and everything, but God bless him. But yeah, man. So the Forgotten Borough. I got Craig on the show on the check-in. No doubt. Craig Camilli, he says he's from Brownsville, Brooklyn, Tilden Projects, 1964. We moved to Laurelton, Queens in 74. No doubt. That's what's up. Yeah, so, I don't know how it is now, but like I said, when I came up, the whole thing was, man, to get out of Brooklyn, to get out of the sty. And like I said, my grandmother hit the number and then we bounced. We went to Queens, we went to South Jamaica, Queens, and it was a better life. We had a house. It was a lot of us in that house in Brooklyn. Mama had 9 kids, and the grands, and the day that we were moving, the dog we had got hit by a car. He didn't make it, but yeah, so it was a hell of a thing. But Brownsville, yeah, Beville, it said never ran, never will. That's how they say it in Brooklyn. And, different boroughs, we got the different sayings and stuff. Bed-Stuy, the Verrazano Bridge, that's the bridge. That's right, Craig. Thank you. The Verrazano Bridge, because, yeah, that bridge ties into everything, especially Brooklyn. You're coming up. And then, like Eddie Prather said, you can go to Jersey. Do you go to Jersey to get to Staten Island? But, yeah, it's right there. Yeah. What is it, $16 now, $20, $22, something like that. But yeah, it's a lot of money, man. And then now they're charging all these money, the congestion fares and stuff. I don't really even understand what that is all about, to be honest with you. But we're paying tolls within our city to go just uptown, downtown, then across town. It's ridiculous, and it's not cheap. Going from Queens to Manhattan, you're paying a toll over the Triborough or the Whitestone Bridge, and then never mind going out to Staten Island, the Forgotten Borough. It's a grip. It's 20 something, 16, 18. I don't know what it is. I haven't driven in years, but it costs a little grip. People are like, why you don't have a car? You don't have man, shit. It's cheaper, man, to jump on that iron horse or the or the bus, or keep it moving that way. We got around here called dollar vans. They're $2, but they have that in Queens. They have that on the Ave as well. They got the cars where they call them the dollar rides and stuff like that. That shit was years ago. It used to be $1, but now everything is $2, right? And in the Dominican Republic, they got that too. Believe it or not, partner, they got those dollar rides going from like Sosua, it's a town, to go to Cabarete. It's another town which connects in there. You jump in there, you give them 200 pesos, which is basically $1, right? Or you 50, whatever you want to give them, or if he takes it or she takes it, they don't have seatbelts. And man, I like, in the cars. I said, yo, Bobby, seatbelt? Do you have seat? I said in the front. He said, K? I said, oh, shit, I'm in trouble. When he said K, he don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm like, and some guys, understood a little English. He said, no, ain't no seat belly, no. It's like, motherfucker, you on your own. Yeah. $2 fare, yeah. But it's a whole different vibe, in the DR. And like I said, age, they don't give a fuck about age, none of that. I told the girl, like I said, I'm 104. She didn't even know what I was talking about. She just want to know, oh, you have money? You have money? No. Yeah, I got you, baby. But I'm not giving you no $100 an hour. That's out. You know what I'm saying? That is OUT. Learn that word. No, it's like that. But yeah, so I don't know. The Eskimo stuff. I'm just gonna leave you with this little, like I said, I think outside the box. I'm an outside of the box type individual. A lot of the stuff I say is, might sound a little flip, a little weird, a little wild, a little crazy, whatever. But yeah, first time I had oral sex, Tell you the truth, it was an experience for me. Uh, I wasn't ready for when a girl went down on me and she sucked my dick. Excuse me for being so blunt, but I got my for mature audiences sign up there. But yeah, because and again, that could be a lot of problems with this youth too. If you never really had any sex or experienced certain things or whatever, that could bug you the hell out because it did me. Well, I'll speak for myself. First time a girl sucked my dick, I damn near lost my mind. I didn't know how to handle. I didn't know what the hell she was doing. She was a little old. She was older than me. I was what 15, 16, 17. She was 26. And damn, she turned me out. She went under, like, we're in the bed. I'm in my room and laying down. We had already, had sex, fucked and everything. And, I'm feeling like a man. You're younger and you got an older shorty and you handling yours, right? And, but when she went under the covers, right? She dipped under the car. I said, okay, maybe her earring, she dropped something. I don't know what's going on. She's under and next I'm like, damn, ooh, ooh, yeah. And it was like, yeah. So I was like, damn. And never had that before. It was my first time. And oh my gosh, when she left that night, 2:33 and it was 4. I don't remember because she lived where we lived was like connecting, like she was right next door, like not so much the complex, the building here, the building there, it was connected, right? Like the little terrace situation, and she lived on this side here, and she dipped, and then when she left, yo man, I spent all night trying to suck my own dick. Listen, not a good thing. So I'm outside of the box, and I was playing football, and I was bent over, literally trying to, and I'm glad I didn't do it. I couldn't do it, and I end up messing my back up. And bent because I said I'd never had nothing like that. I couldn't wait for her to come back to experience that again. Yeah, so I don't know. Some of the stuff and that's all in my memoirs. Matter of fact, the name of my memoirs is called The Ball is Still on the 9-Yard Line. Huh? It's a hell of a title. It's catchy, right? And it's interesting. It's got some good stuff in there, some crazy stuff, funny stuff. But it's real. It's all real stuff. It's family stuff, family oriented. What this one, what my mother used to do to me, not sexually. It's not that outside of the box. My mother used to play. I used to come home. I'm 10 years old, and I'm walking in the house, and then all of a sudden, bam! She jump out of the closet, scared the shit out of me. And it was like, I don't know what was wrong with that. She was crazy. It's crazy. That's why I'm a little out there. But yeah, she jumped out of the closet, and I'm like, oh man, I mean, I might be eating some French fries or something. Back in the day, you take the French fries and put it in a bag and the ketchup and the whole night, shake it up. You know what I'm saying? So, it was a hell of a situation. And then sometimes, man, I'd come home and one time, she sprawled out on the floor. I see like pills all over. It was like for a 10-year-old, 10-year-old kid, it was like, like what, like she's dead. She's on the floor. She's always talking about, killing herself and stuff. And I said to her once, I said, Mom, talk about killing yourself or whatever. You ever think, like, what happens? You take your life and you're fucked up on the other side. Shit is more fucked up where you at than here. I didn't curse. I said fuck them. I don't know, but I broke it down. I was 9, 10 years old, a little dude, but I had enough whereabouts like to lay it out to her like that. You know what I'm saying? That came to me like, yo, this is my mother. I love you. What are you talking about? You die, you kill yourself, and now you're twisted because it's worse where you're at. So after I said that to her, she never played those games on me, never put those tricks to me, and never said about killing herself ever again. And my partner said, yeah, that lady was beautiful. Yeah, my mother was very, very, she very classy, dressing, the whole thing. It was a beautiful lady. God bless you, mother. I miss you. Missing you. But yeah, so be careful what you say to your kids and what you do to your kids, because they're now, I was sharp, but these kids now, I watch a lot of these TikTok stuff and a lot of these YouTubers, and they're incredible. Some of the stuff that these young people do, the animals, I like to watch the animals because they're fascinating as well. But yeah, as Eddie says, have respect. This generation doesn't have respect, but we have to have respect for ourselves and teach it and preach it and keep that, in the forefront. Uh, have some spirituality with you. Uh, keep God in the big. Do your study and do your research. Don't just teach and preach to them. I see these guys, man. Guys found Jesus and he's into this whole thing. He will is like for certain. If you say something that he doesn't agree with, you're going against. He's like it's blasphemous because you're giving an opinion on. It's your opinion on how you see certain things. So, be careful along those lines as well. But all in all, you know, be good. Be positive. Have a positive outlook on life and your approach. Positivity is the way, as far as I see it. For me, it works for me. And I think that's where it has to start with the individual. Okay. And again, thank you for tuning in, and I wish everyone good spirituality, good positivity, to have, a good day, one day at a time, a good day. And like I said, talk about aging. And that was the question, the aging question I put. When is old, right? 40, is that old? 50, is that old? Karen Bowden said that 50 was old. 60, I'm 67, is that old? My uncle is 85. He looks great. You hear him on the phone. He doesn't sound, what's with the sound old, you dress young, you just the categories and what they put in the mix, how you're supposed to live your life. They give you a guideline of what you should be doing at a certain age. That's why a lot of times I think we get a little off track, a little screwed up. Oh, I'm 24. I should be this way, this at this station in life. Oh, I'm 42. I'm behind. I should be at this, you know what I'm saying? So it's just, if you're doing okay, you're healthy, you have a good mindset, all right, you're making it, all right. You might not be Jay-Z, you might not be Puff Daddy, the status there, but those guys, man, a lot of times they want to be elsewhere. They want to be doing something else. And nobody really wants to be doing what they're doing. Is the grass greener on the other side? It's all subjective. Do you the best way you can do. And that's it. Huh? Don't try to hurt anybody if you don't have to. Okay? I'd say it like that only because sometimes you have to back people up, that are getting in your face and for whatever reason. But for the most part, live your life on your terms. Okay? All this other politically correctness, if you want to play that game, you play it. If you want to go along with it, that's on you if you choose to do it. I wish you all the best and have a great night and keep keep it righteous. Stay up. All right? And you can't be in the wrong if you're doing the right thing. Persistence overcomes resistance all the time. If you're positive, you can't be negative, right? Is that facts? So God bless you. I love you. Have a good night. Peace. Yes, yes, yes. Come on. I love that beat, y'all.